Welcome to our first day of social media training. I am your host and coach today, Kathy Aldridge. I'm really excited about this because those people who I'm currently coaching, the brand partners and within my company, many of you have 15, 20, 30,000 followers. And then some of us and some of you haven't even been on Instagram, right? Or any social media platform. So I really want to make sure that the content that we cover in these next 3 days applies to all of those spectrums. Okay. So just to kind of let you know who I am, those of you who don't know me and haven't had an opportunity to coach with me, I love showing this picture because you guys, honestly, this is so significant for so many reasons. First of all, it was a picture that I took right when I had received my first top and legging from Savvy, and ran upstairs. And I think I was literally even on the phone with the girl who introduced it to me, Miss Nicole. And I took this photo, and I literally have never taken like a sports bra photo, a selfie in a mirror, right? All of those things. So I blew through a ton of barriers in this photo. In fact, I have sent this same photo, which is blurry, whatever, it's not the best filter, to so many people. Okay. So I want you to know if Instagram makes you worried, if going on social media gives you fears, then recognize that that is totally okay. Right. So you will learn to overcome a lot of those challenges by simply taking action. Okay. So the next few days, of course, we are going to learn a few golden nuggets and things that I've kind of noticed as I bring on new brand partners, things that maybe are missing within their own Instagram and social media. And today we are focusing, well, let me back up a little bit. Let's talk about what you're going to learn in the next 3 days. Now, we only have 3 days to cover just 3 to 4 topics. I want to keep these short and sweet because these are powerful enough topics that if you make these changes and do the homework in the next 3 days, you will see a difference in your social media platform, and you will be able to, what I call, step out in the light. Okay. So the first day we're going to talk about updating your bio, allowing people to get to know and love you. Okay. The second day, we're going to focus on hashtags. Okay. What does that look like? Okay. Where do you post them? How do you capture unattached leads? So it's really important for you to know that these things can help drive people to follow you. Okay. And something that I want to talk to the teenage girl inside of each one of us is this. You need to release yourself from what I call the followers, meaning the people who are following you, that they somehow affect your belief in yourself. Okay. I need you to release that and really begin to look at followers are potential customers. And so how you bring value and how you attract followers is by literally just being the person that you are and really focusing on that target market that you're looking to attract. Okay. So we'll talk a little about hashtags, the importance of captions, how that has kind of shifted in our social media. And then of course, I want to talk about power posts and even giving you some really cool content calendars and things that if you haven't thought about, one of the fears that was shared with me yesterday about going on Instagram is, what do I write? Okay. I mean, what's working? I mean, I don't want to come off as salesy. Okay. And it's really important, as you step into quote unquote, represent a product, that you are not a product, right? Of Savvy. You are you. And let me see if I can say that differently. You are not there to show stock photos of Savvy. You are not there to talk about how amazing, and really advertise for Savvy. You're not a traditional advertiser. You are you. And the sooner that you figure out that your Instagram is truly just branding yourself, then you're going to be able to step into that light so much stronger and really bring the people that you need to bring into your business. Okay. And the third day, we're going to talk about the reels and what that real life looks like. Okay. And then stories, meaning storytelling versus selling. I think if you can learn these foundational principles early on, you will have a really, really strong business. Awesome. Okay. Are you guys ready to jump into our main content? Awesome. Okay. I want to make sure. Oh, hold on a second here. You're going to have to pause. I want you to look at this for just a moment. And I know we're recording, but my nanny is late. And so I've got to get my daughter to go get the kindergartner. Hold on 1 second, okay? Did you guys like your coffee break? I hope so. Okay. This is the reality of being a mom. Okay. Now, can everybody see the screen? And now that we've got a few more of you people on here, we're going to go over what we are covering today. And today we are only focusing on your link in bio. Okay. So I want you to imagine for a second, you are, oh, this is fun. We're at the pool this summer, right? And we meet someone new at the pool, and we really just kind of get to know each other, and you really like this woman and you guys decide to become friends on Facebook. Okay. So without necessarily even telling this individual anything about you, what do people like to do? Right? They want to see what you're all about. And so they go and maybe scroll through a few posts, or maybe go to your link in bio and really kind of see what that's about. So let's talk about what that is for you. Okay. So you have less than 2 seconds to make a good first impression. So if I were to go to your profile, would I be able to understand who you are, what you do, who you work with, what you're all about, right? And would it be clear? So your goal is to gain visibility, right? Again, those followers, potential people who will know, like, and trust you, because you're trying to build that relationship of trust. And you want to position yourself, your profile, so that it's inviting and inspiring to others. Okay. So just for fun, and we want to keep this interactive for those of you who are on here live, I want you to, in the chat function, give me a 1 if you have a link in bio that leads people to what I call, take other steps. Okay. Put a number 2 in there if you don't even have a call to action or a link in your bio. Okay. So this is just going to kind of help me know a little bit to where we're going to go. Now, remember, when I started this, those of you who joined us late, we have people on here who don't even have an Instagram account. Okay. So we're going to talk really basic principles, and it might be really basic to some of you who are advanced 15K, 20K followers. But believe it or not, I've kind of seen some of your profiles, and I think that you might be able to take some golden nuggets from what we are sharing today. Awesome. It looks like we have a little good combination of both. Thanks everyone for playing around. Okay, so first step 1, okay. We want to talk a little bit about the profile settings, the public versus private. And also, Corinne, I'm getting a call from Miss Gloria if you want to reach out to her. Awesome. And we can make sure that maybe she's trying to get on the Zoom. So the first thing you want to do is check your profile settings. So a lot of people often have private settings on their Instagram because maybe they have just been posting about their kids and so forth, and they only have, 3 to 5 followers. Okay. Is that an account that you want to run a business on? It's okay to have 2 accounts. Okay. So if you have created that and you have maybe less than 100 followers, then I would always suggest is just create a secondary account. If you have about 1,000 followers, I would keep that primary account and begin today. Okay. And I would upgrade that to a public account. Why? Because you are looking for people who are not swimming in your fishbowl, right? You are looking for people who you are going to try to pull people in from different countries, different states, different demographics. Okay. As we kind of hone to see who it is that you are speaking to. Now, you are going to want to change your account to business. Can anyone tell me why you would want to have a business account over a personal account? Okay. So there's something really cool. And those of you who have your phones, you can even peek, right? As you do this right now, I can show you on Instagram how to, first of all, let's make those changes to your account. You know, that little menu bar, the little hamburger menu up at the top, you want to click on that. You want to go to your settings and you kind of scroll down and you can change your account. Okay, so scroll down to where it says account. Okay, and right there, you can actually change your account type. So you can switch account type to business account. Now, when you have a business account, there's something really cool that is activated. Now you have what's called insights, so that you can see who is your demographic that's following you, right? Who are the people that, you know, what are the time of the days that most people look at your posts? And this is going to help you, okay, on the back end of things to know when to post, right? And who you're actually attracting. Now, can this change? Absolutely. And as you learn to kind of post for value and post to empower, right, your potential clients will change and grow. Guaranteed, by giving you these tips today, already you're going to see a significant change or exposure to your Instagram account. Okay. So because we are recording this live and want to put this content in super, super tight here, I want those of you who have the opportunity to watch this live to use the chat function if there's something that I'm speaking about specifically that you want me to cover in more detail. Otherwise, we're going to kind of jump on because I want to make sure we get to all 6 of these steps to help us gain visibility. So the second thing I want to point out is to have a professional photo versus a logo. Okay. Why would we not want to have a savvy logo in our professional photo? I mean, in that photo box? Oh, we're not savvy, right? And this is your new business card. Don't you love that? How many of you have business cards? I have so many printed business cards. I don't know what to do with them. Okay. There is, it says the first place you'd find someone is their bio field, not bit field. Okay. We no longer carry business cards unless it has the cool QR code and it becomes a discount card. That's the only reason I would have someone carry a business card, is if you were carrying it as like your Savvy Share $25 off discount card. Okay. So we've already kind of solidified the fact that when you meet someone or watch one of their reels, it sends you people curious, go to their bio and figure out what they're all about. Okay. So it needs to reflect that interest of the person that follows you and not your interest. So I'll show you how that turns out. Okay. So in the name and title, in that name field, this is an opportunity for you to put your name again, and then also the title of what you do here. Okay. So this says Kathy, Lifestyle Success Coach. On one of my other bios, you'll see it says Kathy, Network Marketing Success Coach. Reason why is because this gives you another searchable area for, let's say someone is looking for a model coach, right? Or a brand partner coach, or whatever it is that you feel is something that you help and do. Okay. That gives you that opportunity to have another search field. Now, also, okay, so we've got name and title there. We can go this. Does anyone not know where to change this, by the way? So if you are in your Instagram, okay, you click your picture at the bottom, the right corner, and then you click edit profile, okay? And this is where you can change those fields. So number 3 and 4, you can change right there in the profile. Now you can also change your username. And I want you to think about that. I know a lot of people will change their username and it gives you like 14 days to change it. And you can't do it again. And then we're going to talk about the link in bio part and specifically what we want that bio to say. Okay. So one of the things that, people think, oh, I have to celebrate how amazing I am in my link in bio. When we post to empower and not to impress, we attract more people. Our bio is specifically to indicate what we will do for this individual and why they want to follow us. Okay. I can't emphasize that enough in that link in bio part. So the next thing I want to do is show you, okay, and in the next step we'll do is we're going to break down how to write our link in bios. If you haven't had a chance already, you're going to want to go to the Sisu Savvy Sisu Ohana Facebook group. And I have posted my brand coach's workbook by Christy Keever. I have posted her Instagram workbook there. I think it's several pages. You're looking at a portion of that right now, and it's going to be very helpful for you as you kind of create this brand and image of who and what you want to represent yourself on Instagram. So I highly suggest that you print out those worksheets and then maybe watch this recording again and fill those out again together. So that 5th piece, okay, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines that you get in Instagram. And I think it's 150 characters. On the next page, it'll show us for sure. In those lines, it's important that you reflect that first line is what is it that you do? Okay. Do you teach, help, create? And then that second line is what it is you do to help others, and then that call to action. And we'll look at a few different ones. You can look at mine here. And that first one is I help women break through barriers. Now, if you notice when you follow me on Instagram, my bio description is changing weekly as I really hone and define who it is and what I'm looking and whom I'm looking to attract. Okay. And really kind of being able to niche in. So give yourself permission to have version 1. Okay. So tonight your homework is going to be to put up version 1, and it might change by tomorrow. And that third piece is the CTA, which you'll hear me say is call to action. You want someone to take action. Okay, whether they're sending them to a link tree, a link in bio, to a company survey, your main goal is to help gather information and capture their name, email, and who they are, and how engage their interest and how interested they are in learning more. So as we talk about that link in bio, that purpose of course, that link in bio is to direct them to one location that allows you to provide more value and build your email list. So then it will redirect them to a link in bio type with options as like the thank you page. And we are going to dive in. How many of you have a link in bio in your Instagram? I'm just curious. Well, maybe ask it this way. Who are you using, if you do have a link, who are you currently using for your link in bio? Okay, so this will be really, really helpful to everyone else as we can kind of see. And I have 2 accounts that I'm kind of running on Instagram right now, so I will show you what that looks like in that link in bio. So shifting gears a little bit, I want to talk about something that you'll hear me say over and over and over again. By the way, a little bit of street credibility. I have spent the last 11 years coaching myself and coaching others in network marketing. I know it takes a specific mindset and belief in oneself and in the business. I also believe that there's a certain savvy finesse that's required to represent yourself as a leader from the get-go and attract the brand partners that you're looking to attract by simply just stepping out in your confidence. So these simple steps that we're talking through today are like the wrapping on this present of you. Okay. And I want you to think about this for a minute because my sister Tina does this incredibly. Have you ever gotten, like when you get a present, and guaranteed this is me, right? And someone's just gotten a gift bag and thrown some tissue in and you're like, oh, awesome, thanks. Okay. And then that second gift is someone who has literally gone out, gotten really nice wrapping paper, maybe has put 3 different kinds of ribbons in there, some rickrack and some wire ribbons, and they've had this done, and they have maybe a candy coming off the top. Okay. Could those presents be of equal value? Could what inside of them be of equal value? Right. Yes. But the presentation of one is much better than the other. And we are led to reach for that one that looks like it would be more rewarding for us. And the same thing is with food. They did a study once that they did the exact same food, right? Flavors and everything, but one was prepared beautifully and the other was just kind of put on the plate. And the surveys that they sent out as people rated the one that was presented beautifully higher than the one that was just the same. Okay. So does presentation matter? Absolutely. And it matters because that person, Instagram is somewhere where people go to take a break. Okay. It's not somewhere where they go to, they want to feel good. They want to kind of scroll in. They want to come into your world. So this is my avatar. I've worked on really honing in on who is the person that I'm looking to attract. So when it says how my friends describe me, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the person who I'm looking for. Okay. My niche, my target. So the person who I'm looking for is fit, strong, and personable. They're a born leader just by nature and are inclusive to all. They give freely and selflessly, yet they're wise with their money. And they can often be found dancing in the kitchen. Okay. Does that mean that every single person has to be found dancing in the kitchen? No, but that's just, again, a fun thing about my avatar. They're helpful, sassy, playful, positive, and they follow their intuition daily. Yet they know how to create mindfulness and maybe love yoga, right? So one of the things that you need to know is that when you get so clear on the person that you're looking for, then when they show up in your life, it's really easy to discover them, right? And in a way, we date the prospects we bring into our business. And so oftentimes when you start just honing in on who this avatar is, you can follow their Instagram accounts. You can see who follows them, and you start to swim in bigger fish pools, right? And you start to bring more inclusive and honing in on who your followers are. And you guys can play that or watch that a little bit more or read that as well. So that was a fun exercise, but we are focusing on your perfect bio today. All right. I'm so happy that we are keeping this. I wanted to keep this right to about 30 minutes. So we are really honing in on that. Okay. So let's work on your perfect bio. If you want to grab a piece of paper, if you were lucky enough to print the worksheet before, you can print this paper out. So having this strong bio on your profile helps you connect with your ideal audience, and of course, allow them to determine if you are someone that they would want to follow. Okay. So of course, that first step is hopefully they'll click the follow link, but you want them to take 2 steps. You want them to take a call to action to even further connect themselves with you. So here's an example of Christy Keevers, and she's the brand coach that I am currently training with, and I absolutely love her. And if any of you want to jump into her coaching program, let me know, because of course I have a connection, because that's who I am. But she gives this awesome worksheet, or these steps to go through to draft your perfect bio. So we're going to do this together, and then I'm going to show you examples of mine, and then I just want you to lean into this. Many of you have already just thought to yourself the following things. Well, I'm just a mom. Like, I don't have like a bio, or I don't have a brand, or I don't do something for people, or, okay. And you have these kind of false beliefs that are coming up for you. So I want to address that piece of it too, as well. And one of the things that I gave to, hopefully some of you were able to see that homework. The homework I gave you was what is it that people come to you for advice? Okay. What is it that you do to help other people? And when people come and knock on your door, your best friend has come over for advice from you. What is it that they're usually coming towards you for? Okay. And this is something, if you feel comfortable about, you can put this in the chat. I want you to brainstorm about this, because it became really clear to me and myself that I was coaching other people in network marketing businesses on success steps and on how to attract their tribe and really create their vibe. And so be able to really bring into my target market is, of course, I help people in network marketing. But what is it that you do? Okay. You could say, I help women design their lives, right? If you represent a brand, you know, I show women how to get paid to simply wear and share, right? I teach women to, you know, what is it that you do? This is up to you. You're creator of that. And then what is the one call to action you want them to take next? We'll talk about that link in bio and which ones to use. Okay. So some of my very favorite link in bios, and we're going to kind of peek to a few of these, are Linktree. Okay. Linktree allows you to have 3 links. There's link in bio, Campsite, Koji is one that I've been playing with a little bit too. And then you could also, those of you who have the upgraded pro accounts with Canva, you can actually do a free link in bio within Canva. Now, did I just overwhelm any of you? Okay. I really need to know if like some of this just totally went above your head, because it's really important to me to know that, of course, that I'm speaking to both this brand new person on Instagram and then, okay. Awesome. Okay. So why is it that we don't want to have our savvy link be the only link that people go to, right? If that's the only thing that you have, then I highly suggest that you pick up something else. Okay. It could be driving someone to your Facebook profile. It could be driving someone to your TikTok. It could be driving someone to your Built Bar link, right? Or a coupon code. So the reason why I'm doing that is you are a lifestyle brand. You are, right? And people come to you for advice. Do you know how easy it is, by the way, to become an Amazon affiliate? You can create a wish list of all your very favorite products and put it in an Amazon list and say, shop my favorites on Amazon. So that link in bio is literally giving you a landing page for your people to go to. Okay. So I want to show you the one that you're looking at on the right here is called Koji. That Koji, K-O-J-I, we're going to look at that together in just a moment. This is free and it gives you 3 links that you choose those pictures. And you can see here, I'd put clothes because it had like 8 characters that I could put in there. I put oils because I also have a large doTERRA oils team. And then I put meal plan, which is my Clean Simple Eats affiliate link. So when someone goes to look at this, they see that I am a boss mom, lifestyle brand business cheerleader, right? And I get paid to live my lifestyle. And this one, thank you, Michelle, for the moment, is let me be your cheerleader. And if someone clicks on that, then they can put their name and phone number, and it will tag me to follow up with them and see how best I can help them. And then Koji allows you to have links for every single one of those social media platforms that you might be involved with. Okay. Now, do you need to have every single social media platform presence in each one of those to be able to sell Savvy? Absolutely not. Okay. But if you do, I highly suggest that you spend today creating one bio and literally cut and pasting all of those into the others. Okay. Update who you are and step into the arena to play. Now, this third image I'm showing you here, and I apologize for it being so small, is an example of Linktree. So you can change, if someone clicks on that bio, and you guys you're welcome to look at my Instagram as we do this, so you can see a better example. You can see as you go to that link in bio, the Linktree takes you to, right? This one here. So if it clicks on favorite fitness wear, it takes someone to my Savvy app, right? I like to say, shop my Savvy store, and you can have them go to that Linktree. Okay. So this is some ideas of what to add to your link in bio, or your landing page, or your Linktree. Link to your favorite freebie download, and if this would apply to someone who has created maybe people come to you for recipes. Maybe people come to you because you take great selfies and you have a worksheet that they can apply for to get an email of this great selfie tips. If you have special offers or registrations. So this would have been a great place for those of us who had done that large brand event down at Savvy, right? This would have been a great place to send people to say, yes, jump on my Insta. I've got the link for the event in my bio. Okay, can you see how this literally becomes like a web page for you? So if you have live trainings, workshops, anything that someone has to register for, have it in your link in bio. Anything that you can do to allow someone to put their email and information in to say, I am more interested in working with you, with whatever that looks like. Events you're offering, a booking, a coaching call with you, and or a link to your website if you have one. Okay, I have, Facebook one in there as well. Okay, so I'm excited that you guys were able to kind of see a few of these things. If we want to jump into any of these more specifically, I would love that. I am here for the next 30 minutes or so. If anyone wants to unmute themselves and asks anything specific to what we covered today, we can do that. I am going to give you some homework real quick to send you on your way today. It is really, really simple. I told you this 3-day strategy was going to be short and sweet. Your homework today is to do or update your link in bio, particularly on Instagram. Okay, create a Linktree, a Koji link. If you need help, reach out to me. I can help and guide you through that, or to each other. And then update your profiles on Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Clubhouse, whatever arenas that you play in, whatever social medias that you play in, update that. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and keep recording here, and it's so fun to see. You guys are welcome to unmute yourself, show your screen. I see a Dune jacket in the screen there. I'm wearing the Echo bra and the coat. Forget what this one's called, but I love it. This little fun one here. You guys are all did that go above anyone's head?
Yes.
Okay. So this is really good, Beck, because I think you're kind of in this arena where you're like, wait, I'm not coming out as a business owner, right? I am what? And what is it that, instead of maybe help teaching creating, okay, I don't know, in a way, when people come to you,
Mm-hmm.
You are an influencer by nature. Each one of us is. And when I say influencer, I want you to take it out of the context of the traditional influencer on Instagram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Influencers are typically people who want to make an impact in this world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you share Savvy, why do you think, I'm going to ask you, sorry to put you on the spot here, but I'm sure everyone else is really curious. Why do you think being involved with Savvy is a great idea for you and those people around you? Why is it that you're involved with it?
Well, I love the clothes. That's why I'm involved with it. But the people around me, like, I love that it can help others. It can help others empower themselves, run their own business, live the lifestyle they want to live, not go to an 8-to-5 job, that type of thing. I just think of people that it can help them that way. The business part.
Do you feel like the people who you associate with are people of your similar age demographic? I'm just kind of helping you kind of, hone in
Right.
that.
No, the people I shared with are not really in my age bracket. I mean, I have shared with them, but the people that are more interested are not in the age bracket, my age bracket.
And one of the cool things that I love to discover is we could actually tweak that. Crazy as that sounds, like if we, for instance, I have a woman on my team who literally has like millions of followers, but they're all men, right? Is that the Instagram account she's going to be running her Savvy business from? No, because that's not the target market of Savvy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to show a few things here with just looking at some of the other Savvy leaders and what their bios look like. I don't necessarily do this to say, hey, you should look like this, you should look like this. But one of the things that I feel strongly about is success leaves clues, right? And when you kind of find someone on Instagram that is doing something similar to what you would want to do for others, it's okay to mimic, some of those characteristics. So I do love the way that Nicole Wagner has set up her bio. Can you see she has a professional picture here? She has her name in there, but Nicole Wagner also came from another company where she was a makeup artist. And so she does what? She teaches her signature makeup techniques through online classes. Okay. And then she also has, instead of her link in bio, she's sending people to her website. Another individual who I really love is Zoe, right? For different ones. How is it that, and this is kind of fun to see how they have put this together. So Zoe is a really young Savvy person, okay? See how she did this, Beck? Empowering ladies in their 20s to take control of their life.
Yep.
Does that resonate a little bit more with you than the other one?
I mean, I see that. Yeah.
Okay. And I've watched literally in the past 2 months of her followers exploding. Okay. And the reason is because she's really honing in on who that individual is that she's talking to. Okay. And we're going to talk about in the next few days about stories and reels and what it looks like to have your own reality TV show on Instagram. Okay. And how you can make that so where you're not necessarily like putting all your personal details out on the internet, which I know no one wants. Okay. So these, we're not going to jump into the content of the Instagram stories until the next few days, but really I want you guys to think about, and that worksheet is, what is it that you do? Okay. And what is it, how that you do for others? So when someone comes to your link in bio, it's how will that person help me? So do you have an idea, Beck, of something that you would say specifically, or is anything coming up?
No, but I'm going to think about it. I'm definitely going to think about it.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun to really give yourself permission to do B- work. Okay.
Right.
Means it's okay to put something up there and even if it's copying something from someone else's and be like, oh, that doesn't, you'll know if it doesn't feel like organic to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. That makes sense for sure.
Awesome. Okay. Are you okay with the
Okay.
homework then? Not too much homework.
Yes. So I don't need to necessarily join Koji or Linktree, like, or do you want me to do that? Do we need to do that?
Even if you had, so where is it that you send people to most? Like when people come to you for advice and you're like, oh, you can get it at, you know, I mean, we all send people to Amazon. I'm not saying you need to become an Amazon affiliate, but the reason why is I don't love seeing a brand in someone's bio.
Hey, why is that?
Because you are not savvy. It's
Yeah,
just
well,
a
that's true.
particular tool on your tool belt. Okay. You are this tool, and savvy is just one of those tools on your tool belt. If you don't have people that you're following, or if you don't have other places that you're pulling people to, I threw in Clean Simple Eats because that's the meal program that I use, and I get a 15% kickback from every single one of the people who go to that meal plan. You don't want to necessarily dilute savvy, right? You don't want to be like anyone else and have your Built Bar or your Clean Simple Eats, but you are trying to, the problem is when savvy's just in the bio link, unless they put in their information, right? How do you know that they went there? How do we know that they went there? How are we capturing their information to follow back up with them, right? So one of the ideas that I have is, you know, there are like legging surveys out there where you are my brainstorm place now. Okay. Like, you know how Brown Fields has a little survey that their people can send out and they can talk about their skin and what they like and what they don't like. I'm envisioning something for athletic wear. Like, do you like compression? Do you like it to be smooth? Do you like it to be textured? Do you like high? Do you like medium? Right?
Yeah.
And if we can throw them into a survey where they have to put their name and phone number, then we have a reason to follow up with them, right?
Yeah.
Take my free leggings survey. So that's something that I'm kind of toying around with and maybe putting out on Fiverr. I mean, how cool would that be to be able to give you guys a template for, you know, a capture, you know?
Right. Okay.
Lily, you have a question, Miss Lil? Thanks, Beck.
Yeah, so while you were talking and doing all the explaining and things, I set up my Koji. I was just wondering if I could show it to you.
Yes, I would love that. Here, I'll let you be screen share it if you're right there.
Okay, let's see.
This is great. I love this. What's the kickback for Amazon? I'm not quite sure. Michelle, I'm not quite sure.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, right now it's just showing record. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you still see? Okay. Can you see that right now? The Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna click the Koji link right now. This is what
You're gonna have to tell Hannah you're gonna need to call her back. Isn't that fun how Koji like flashes? Okay, aspiring model. I love that. Yeah, Savvy and Bloom Blog. And right now, see how people can click to email her, and then there's her Insta, right? She doesn't have to have 10 things across the bottom there. But already the difference, and I want to point this out, a person who has a link from their Insta means like literally kind of moves up in what I call the playing field. Okay. Already as you bring on brand partners, they want to say, oh my gosh, I want to work with someone who's business minded. And by having just even that simple step to take someone else to like a call to action is showing them that you are a leader of sorts. I like this. Lily, go back a page. I want to see one thing I noticed. So push the X. Yep, there you go. So where it says Lily Elizabeth, you can actually, of course, rewrite, you could write that. So Lily Elizabeth is in your name, right? Of your search
Yeah.
name. Unless you specifically go by Lily Elizabeth, you could put Lily, writer and speaker, right? Or motivational speaker in that profile. So if someone was searching for motivational speaker, it gives them another way of finding you.
Okay.
Okay. So that one too. And I love that, hustling for the good life. So let's kind of look, thank you for being the person here. Like, what do you do? Okay.
Yeah.
So I would actually maybe rewrite, you said writing an aspiring motivational speaker. So what is it that you do for others?
I don't know. I do a lot of poetry and stuff. So I don't know. I have a lot of words that I give people. So
I inspire. Who is it that you're trying to inspire? Women? Girls? 20 somethings? Can you see how?
Okay.
Right. So I inspire, because now you're going to have motivational speaker up above. So people already know, right?
Okay. Yes.
I inspire women through lyrical poetry or whatever that poetry is, right? I inspire women to take action. I inspire women to feel better. I inspire women. Can you see how it's all of a sudden you're kind of like, if someone goes there, they're like, I want to be inspired. I'm a human. I want to be inspired to feel good and be better. Yeah, that's what I want. I'm going to follow Lily, right? Instead of just being a writer and how awesome Lily is. Now it's like, okay, this is what I want to do, right? I love that. Okay, so you just said, I inspire humans to feel and be better. Okay, how do you do that?
Through words.
Okay, so that second line is, right? I do this by, right? Or through words.
Okay.
I do love that we're all doing homework. You're so awesome to do this. Okay, because you want to say, okay, how does she do that? Oh, she inspires humans to feel and be better. I do this through words, or I mean, I'm just coming up. I don't want to necessarily create it for you because your words are going to be better than mine. But you know, you've already just told people what you do, and then you kind of want to give them not the entire, like, you know, A to Z, but maybe just a taste of what it is you do, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So hopefully that kind of helps you.
Yes.
And then connect with me here or the link. I love that. I also love that you've done your personal poetry, but you might consider putting those Instagram bios, even as separate links within your Koji.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so you could have savvy poetry, right?
Yeah.
And then if you don't want your blog, you could be putting, me personally.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that help?
Yes, it does. Okay. I'll
some
look at it
homework.
again in a minute.
Awesome. In Instagram, we don't have a ton of space. In Clubhouse, oh my gosh, we can put it like a biography. Okay. But don't play on Clubhouse unless you want to hang out with people who like to talk to themselves like me. Does anyone else? And Jenny, hi. Nice to meet you, sweet thing. Tell me about you.
Hi. Okay, so my question is, so I'm just starting out. I've never done a business. This is like the first doing anything like that. So, and you're suggesting that we don't create a separate Savvy account, but I worry that my personal account is like just not professional pictures. It's just like pictures of my kids. Like I wouldn't go to my profile and be like, oh, that brings me in. Like, it's just another cliche mid-30s mom's Instagram, right? So, and I don't know quite yet what my other links would be. So what do you suggest, like, for very, very beginners, how to kind of initially bring people to your page and kind of like start a conversation? Just like for the very, very beginners, what would be like the first steps to?
So, first of all, I love that you're sharing the way you are. Okay. And I want to I would ask you to give yourself permission to step in and start right now. Right. And you don't go in and delete pictures from the past. This is your warm market. And you're not all of a sudden going to shift to be like sports bras, right? You're not going to be like that. In fact, I'm going to coach and teach you that 80%. Tomorrow, we're going to go into posting and actually what your content needs to be. And it's going to feel so authentic, right?
Yeah. Cause
You're
that's
just going to have bits and pieces of the new product that you branded. And that's just a tool belt, right? Tool in your tool belt. But as you step in, you're going to hone in on your colors. We're going to talk about lighting, 3 things you have out there. What kind of quotes that people would want to hear from you. And if whatever that platform is, one of the top leaders in Savvy, his name's Tom Challen. His platform on TikTok is dorkism. That's what he says. And when you follow him and you laugh so hard, like people want to follow you, and no one's going to be like all of a sudden like, oh, wait, what's Jenny doing now? Okay. And we want to make sure that they don't feel that way. They are going to be
that's my biggest fear with anything like this, is that I'm not coming across genuine or organic. Cause I've gotten so many messages just over the years, especially when I was a single mom, that was like, hey, how are you doing? Your kids are so cute, ... I have this business opportunity for you. And I always felt a little bit like it just didn't
almost
feel
like violated, right? Mm-hmm.
Totally. So I just don't want to give off that vibe. And I've, looked into so many different companies, and Savvy is kind of this first one that I'm like, this is a product that I love, that I feel like I would just be so natural about wanting to share with other people, but I don't really know how to translate that in the beginning.
I love, so the woman who introduced this to me stems from San Diego. Okay. And you probably know this now, like it literally is like exploding in the California coast. Okay. And this is not a network marketing savvy group. And I want to share this with you. So I don't know can you tell me who is the brand partner that enrolled you?
Corinne.
Okay. Awesome. Because Corinne totally gets like the social sharing part.
Mm-hmm.
You probably haven't been here yet, but I'm going to kind of just give you a little peek into Jen Shelby Miller's website that is for us as brand partners. And on this click right here, fast start, she has a great little video here. This advice is so powerful. Okay. And I challenge all of you to go in here and read this. Okay. Jen Shelby Miller makes $30,000 a month, and she never did network marketing before. Okay. Wow. So if you feel like those fears that are coming up for you, allow them to be there and then say, okay, awesome. So what do I need to learn so that I don't have to feel inauthentic like those messages I had before? What is it that is going to be authentic to me? And I'll teach you, you'll learn some things, right? Let's say you do message someone about the clothes and they're like, oh yeah, you will always message within 24 hours about something else, right? To be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he got that goal. That was such a cute video. Nothing about Savvy, right? You will learn to have, authentic conversations through text so that people don't feel like you're coming in selling to them. Okay.
Yeah.
Kathy, I have a couple things for Jenny too. So over the weekend, I did kind of reach out to some people that maybe I haven't talked to in a long time. And one of the responses that I did get from somebody was, I haven't talked to you in 5 years and you want to sell me. And I just thought that was so funny, because you kind of, as much as we want to just make things like a copy and paste, like we can't, you know what I mean? Like the reality is that if you don't like someone to do that to you, don't be that then. Right? If that's like something, if someone emailed you and was like, I have this cool thing, and you're like, oh, cool, I'll check it out, then that's the kind of person you are. So it's kind of like what we're talking about, like attracting the person that you are. So if you're this type of person and you want to contact somebody, just be like, this is so out of character for me. I feel kind of silly even saying anything. I love you. You're one of my friends. This is something I'm doing. Is this something that you would want more info on? If not, like, don't even worry about it. But always
Yeah,
too,
I like that.
maybe even starting with like engagement, you know, and like
Mhm.
on social media, that is like one thing that I haven't been super great on. But every time I have engaged with people who are following me, the relationship is better, right? So when I reach out to them, they're like, oh, that's cool. You know, like besides this huge long text of like, hey, I have this crazy opportunity. If
And
that,
no
if I,
long
Right.
texts.
yeah, if I
No,
don't have,
no long texts.
yeah, if I don't have that relationship, it doesn't work. And I like literally, I just found that out this weekend. Like there are some people who really don't like that, you
Well,
know?
and
Yeah.
guess what? We will
And-
all have that. And
Right.
you,
And
you
we
know,
all
and
need to try to
it's
see
not
what
for
it is.
everyone, right?
Right.
And there will be people. So there's three avenues of people that will come into your business: customers, people who are brand partners, and then people who might refer you to other people. So even if that person says, "Oh, I can't believe you did this," guess what? Now they're watching you,
Right.
watching you, and they're going to be like, "Wait, now remember how Corinne
That's a good point.
messaged me with that?" And then they're like, oh, "Corinne, she just posted like she has like 20,000 in you know, sell. Oh, I should have jumped in with her. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking?" You know, I mean, like they're going to be watching you. So remember, and I love this phrase.
Rejection is not bad. It's
Yeah.
helpful. You know, you learn something.
SW. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone's waiting.
I love that. I love that.
Because there are women who are going through divorce, who are stepping out into the dating realm, who don't feel confident that we can give them not only clothes that are paid for, so it's not taxing on their, but a business, a group of women and community to help them, you know, move into this, right? That 20 something who is like, I want to have kids, but I don't want to work full time, but we have to have something coming in, right? We can provide for them an income, right? So there's so many cool things that if you focus on what it can do for the other person, if we help enough people get what they want, ultimately we get what we want. But we just have to keep it on. And that's how we post, right? That's how our story should be. And I have to admit, it wasn't always that way for me. Like Instagram, when it first came up, it was like this like pony and dog show. Like, look how amazing I am. Look at us, we go to church every Sunday in our best clothes, you know, and I think everyone's kind of over that, you know.
Yeah. So
People
do you
wanna see
think, so do you think just for right now, like, because I know Corinne and I are going to get together and take some cute pictures and stuff. Do you think for right now, just sort of like posting a few pictures or doing a few stories before doing a Savvy link, or before, like what should I do right now to my Instagram? Like I'm going to change the bio and make it a little bit more about like what I can do for you. But as far as like how to bring them to the information via me about Savvy, like how should I do that?
Rebecca, how did I message you? You were the first person I messaged back. Do you remember what I said?
Yes, you said you have to go to the site and buy a sports bra and leggings and tell me if you love it. And if not, I will come and pick them up and send them back. That's what all you said. I love that.
I said, hey, Beck, are you a Lululemon snob like me?
Yeah, you did. I think you did say, do you like leggings? And I'm like, yes. Okay, go buy leggings and a sports bra and tell me what you think of them. If you don't like them, I'll come
So,
get them and
can you
send them back.
see how I was like confident yet a little bit skittish with Beck? You know, I'm like, if you don't love them, I'll come pick them up, right? I don't feel like I have to be like that anymore, but I wanted to also respect that relationship, and I would have done that for her. Okay.
And
then,
maybe,
Mhm.
Jenny, that's something that you do on your story. So
Uh-huh.
let's say like today you just post a picture of you in your outfit, right? And say where it's from. Maybe, and then tomorrow, maybe you authentically say like, hey, have you guys heard of Savvy on your story? You need a pair of leggings, authentic, right? So you have to kind of build, like, obviously
Yeah.
today you're gonna jump on your, story and be like, guess what I'm doing, everybody? Nobody likes that. Nobody wants that. So just authentically do it day by day and it will
Okay.
grow. Like you don't have to
Okay.
all of a sudden sign up 5 people to feel like you've had success. Like your
Mhm.
success comes with like that first step of, okay, how do I want to share this? Like for me,
Mhm.
technically I've been doing this for a month and I have yet to like really share what it is, because I'm in that same boat of feeling like, how do I make this authentic, but also part of what my brand is? So you technically you have to kind of just gauge how you feel and not overshare too quick, because then that's
Yeah.
when people start, oh, I don't want to see her stuff anymore. But if you're
Right.
just, oh, here's my outfit, like you already do, here's my cute jeans that I already wear all the time, then that
Mhm.
way you're not coming across like, oh, I have a new business. If that
Yes.
makes
Okay. Yep. Okay.
And I
love
love
that.
Jen shares her like savvy pitch. She's got it so dialed in. And of course it's 12:30 right now. And I didn't think about this when I scheduled this social media training for these next 3 days, but don't worry, it's only 3 days. Jen does a savvy scoop at noon. Okay, Jen. So Jenny, our upline
What?
Jen.
Yeah.
does-
What do you go to, or what can we go to see what she says? Like, what's the link?
Yeah,
Sorry, what is
what's
Oh
that?
that
yes.
website?
So I did put it in the chat, but this Dream Tribe link is in like the first text we sign out. I'll throw it up here again in our Facebook group. So it literally it's a bit.ly link, but I'm gonna just kind of throw it up here again. It's funny. I don't follow the bit.ly. I bookmarked it everywhere. Let's just put it that way. It's bookmarked.
I know.
on
I
the
was gonna
front.
say I have a hard time finding.
Right. And it, I will put a better link up for it. If you look right here, she says, so this is what she sends out for the first 3 people. Okay. Download Telegram app, go here, reach out on social. She suggests making a list of people. And I also suggest making a list of people. Okay. And I've showed this before, and I've done this, for 11 years, I make lists and new lists over and over, because what that does is sometimes it inspires me for what I call the second segment, the second relationship from that person. I'm like, oh, Emily, oh, wait, her sister's that fitness model. Right. And so I make lists, and then they're always constantly adding and shifting and changing out to them. Now, there are people who you date, right? Like the person you haven't connected to in 5 years. You like, okay, for the next week and a half, we're just going to reconnect. And then I love after 2 or 3 texts to pick up the phone. And can I give you guys my simple script on the phone? You guys want to hear it? Okay. Hey, Jen, oh my gosh, it's been forever. I want to talk to you about something, but before we get to that, oh, I can't believe how big your kids are. Okay. You are very clear right at the beginning that you are calling them specifically to talk about something so awesome. But before we get to that, every time I do this, we just talk, we connect. I wait for them to be like, okay, wait, what did you call me about? And then it's the right time. And sometimes you're talking to them, you're like baby screaming in the background. You're like, it obviously is not the right time. And you're like, you know what? It sounds like you're crazy at your house. I'll call you tomorrow. Does around 10 sound good? You call them back and you do what you say you're going to do. Right. So this is exciting. And I know some other housekeeping things to just, I've guys got you on here now. Jen Shelby Miller has changed her team call to a launch, like what Jen was saying. Okay, how do I do this, to Sunday nights? So every Sunday night, Jen's going to do okay, getting started. This is what you do to get started. I also will tag Jenny in our Savvy Sisu group. If you want to add her to that one, Corinne, on our kind of the first steps. I think those are really, really important to take, just to have some certain foundations, that being a part of the Dream Legacy team text, right? And the number one thing to move your business forward, you guys, is jumping on those community power hours at 8 a.m. Those things. Has anyone here have a testimonial about jumping on those power hours and how it shifted your algorithms within Facebook by doing those techniques? Have you guys done that yet? So if you think about it, Facebook knows who you like and what to see, right? And so you have to jump out of the fishbowl to get into other people's circles. And
what time are they at again?
It's 8 a.m. our time. So
Okay.
it's,
oh yeah. So those
and
are the
that's a
ones.
tricky time. So I always suggest pick 2 days a week. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's on while you're making the peanut butter sandwiches or something, but listening to those is personal development. So it's feeding you, feeding your soul, and you're seeing what other success habits that other leaders are doing. They talk about, hey, I just messaged the spa. This is what we did. They're literally sharing their nuggets of yeah. Okay, last question. And I
Okay,
know-
quick question. Sorry, where do you get on